We are hearing every day that AI is going to take over teaching. But let me tell you something you can only know if you've been in the classroom. Every day, millions of teachers walk into classrooms carrying lessons plans. I know AI has made it easy, but the greatest teachers carry something else. We carry hope. We carry compassion, beliefs, and intentions, because long after students forget formulas, long after they forget vocabulary, they remember one thing. They never forget the teacher who believed in them. The teacher who noticed they were struggling. They never forget that teacher who made school feel safe for them. The teacher who changed the direction of their life. That is the power of intentional teaching. My dear friends, today I am inviting you, teachers, parents, come, listen to this, because we're going to be delivering an important information. Most people think that teaching is about delivering information. It is not. Information is everywhere. Students can learn facts from Google. They can watch lectures online. And today with artificial intelligence can explain concepts in seconds. But no technology can replace the human connection between a caring teacher and a child. Very essential for today's learners. Today's classrooms are filled with students carrying invisible backpacks. Some are carrying anxiety. Some are carrying grief. Some carry hunger. Some carry trauma. Some carry loneliness. And some simply need one adult who truly sees them. The intentional teacher. The intentional teacher understands that before learning happens, belonging must happen. We know that interaction is important and every interaction matters. Teaching isn't made up of extraordinary moments. It's made up of thousands of ordinary ones. Greeting a student by the name, making eye contact, asking simple questions like, "Are you okay today?" Celebrating small victories, being patient after a difficult day, and listening without judgment. These moments seem insignificant, but to a child or a student, they can become life-changing memories. Intentional teachers understand something remarkable. We understand that every interaction is teaching something, whether we intend it or not. Students are always learning. Not only mathematics, not only grammar or writing, they are learning. I am valued. I belong. Can I trust these adults? Is failure safe? Does my voice matter? We teach hearts and minds as intentional teachers. You see, academic success and emotional well-being are not competitors. They are partners. Students who feel psychologically safe learn better. Students who feel respected participate more. And students who believe someone cares about them become even more resilient. Intentional teachers teach content, but they also teach courage. They teach empathy, responsibility and curiosity, integrity and perseverance, kindness, and even sometimes the greatest lesson isn't on the whiteboard. It is how the teacher responds when a student makes a mistake. Because every response teaches something. Teaches something about our humanity. It is important to remember here. Here's a small thought. You may never know the most important lesson you taught. It might not have happened during your best lesson. It might have happened when you smiled at a student everyone ignored. When you refused to give up on the struggling learner. And when you quietly told a child, I believe in you. Sometimes the lessons students remember the most was never in the curriculum. Remember that an intentional teacher. One intentional teacher doesn't only change one student. We change families, communities, future workplaces. We change future parents. We change future leaders. A child who experiences compassion often grows into an adult who shows compassion. A student who experiences respect to others, learn to respect others. A young person who feels seen develops confidence to help other people feel seen. The ripple continues for generations. Teaching has always been one of the most powerful forms of leadership. Because we transform, not because teachers have authority, but because they have influence. We have the ability to transform minds, to mold them into individuals that would shape tomorrow's future. A teacher walks into a classroom, no cameras, no applause, no headlines, just another ordinary day, except it isn't ordinary. It is all hidden in that classroom. Future doctors, future engineers, future artists, scientists, parents, community leaders, and perhaps someone who simply needs one person to believe in them. The intentional teacher. The intentional teacher understands this. They teach with purpose. They lead with empathy. They care with consistency. They know that education is not only about preparing students for exams. It's about preparing them to be human beings for life. And that may be the most important work in the world. My dear teachers, future teachers, parents, and leaders, before you begin your lesson, pause for one moment and ask yourself, what does each child in my class need from me today? Not next week, not next semester, today. Because intentional teaching doesn't begin with a lesson or a lesson plan. It begins with a decision to see, to listen, and to encourage, to believe. And when teachers choose intentional teaching, lives change. One student, one classroom, one conversation, one day at a time. Thank you for listening. If you believe teaching is about more than delivering content, subscribe to this channel. The Intentional Teacher. Here, we explore the heart of education, practical strategies for intentional teaching, emotional intelligence in the classroom, and the everyday moments that shape extraordinary lives. Because great teachers don't just prepare students for tests. We prepare them for life. And that is our mission here in Intentional Teaching. We are hearing too many stories about how AI is coming to take away teachers. AI would only take away teachers who are not intentional, teachers who do not do the core of the job. We are intentional teachers. Please join the course. Thank you.